Peace, peace. What is going on? Sorry for the camera issues and delays. Still making some adjustments behind the scenes, but welcome to another Substantial Weekly. My name is Substantial. Hope y'all are doing well. I am feeling a little better than I was last week, but it's still real over here. So yeah, bear with me. I'll probably be having little moments or whatever throughout the show. But man, happy Friday. Great to see everybody. Shout out to everyone in the chat already. I appreciate your patience, man. We're going to get into things. It is popping over here. I'm trying to keep up with all of the goings ons. But shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Joshua McGee, good to see you up in this joint. Shout out to Nice Afro, good to see you, fam. All right. Got a few new folks I ain't seen in a minute or haven't seen. Arrive, peace, what's going on? Frank, what's going on, family? Good to see you. All right, good to see you, man. Soul Tiger, shout out to you, fam. Good to see you. All right. Hey, what's going on, Malik? Word, it's been a minute. Good to see you in this joint, though. Hope everybody's doing well. So much love in the chat. We love to see it for sure. Yeah, man. Hey, what's going on, nephew? Good to see you up in here too. So yeah, man. Lots going on. If there is a hiccup with the camera or anything like that, it's because I'm trying to resolve this issue, so it looks a little bit different. So just bear with me. But lots to cover today. If it's your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe. All that good stuff. You know what it is. And be sure to hit that like button as well. And if you know some other folks who might want to join us, feel free to share the link. But yeah, man, lots to cover. I wanted to do a couple different things today. Obviously, we got the single You've Grown, which came out last week on Bandcamp and now is officially available everywhere. And that's really exciting. So, man, we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're also going to talk about my sister from another Mr. Steph, because today is her birthday. You know what I mean? Clap it up for Steph. Maybe she will pop up in the chat, but I know she has different things and she's traveling. But I definitely want to show her some birthday love today, whether she joins us or not. Yeah, man. So lots to go on. I see a lot of folks are dealing with snow and all of that. But yeah, man, I'll keep y'all in the prayers. Hopefully, it ain't too bad. Stuff that can be managed. But we'll go from there in a minute. But oh man, there was something else I wanted to mention to y'all. It'll come back to me. Oh yeah. I got a couple surprises for y'all as well, man. Shout out to Warpath. Warpath, shout out to you for joining us. Yeah, man. And Jesus Christ, Joshua said it's 35 degrees in West Texas. That's crazy that it's warmer. Excuse me, it's warmer where I am right now. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna try something out in a moment. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna hit you with a couple reminders. But so yeah, I'm gonna refresh something on my end to see if it fixed this camera issue. So if there's a quick delay, I apologize. But when we come back, we'll jump into everything. So let's keep going. Okay, still a little fuzzy. We trying to fix it. Appreciate y'all patience. One more time. Hang in there. I will be right back. Yes, there we go. Okay, that is how it should be looking. Sorry for all of the technical issues, man. A lot happened in the day and a lot of little issues to resolve, but I appreciate y'all patience. All right, so let's get into the show. And do me a favor in the chat. Let me know if you can see me again and I'm officially back. Hopefully I am. All right. So let's get into the things that we got to talk about today. Now, for those who don't know, there is a new song out right now by myself and the homie Millen. It is another one of the songs from the upcoming project called Adultish. All right. I am super proud of this particular record. There will be some additional content. Okay, cool. All right, word. So I am back. That's what's up. I'm glad y'all can see me. All right. Peace. What's going on, Kyle? Good to see you in here. All right. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, glad the camera issue was resolved. So anyway, yeah, man, as I was mentioning before, new song out right now. It dropped officially on Bandcamp last week, and now it is available on all streaming platforms. So if you didn't know, please go check out the new single, You've Grown, which is produced by me. It is mixed and mastered by the homie Tone Deaf, who also played, he did some synth on the record as well. And yeah, man, he's mixing the entire album. We got the homie Jonathan Smalls on bass for that particular record. For those who didn't know, he's the brother that played on at least 4 tracks on Animal Arithmetic. We also have, what is it? What else I wanted to mention about the record? So, excuse me, there we go. The other thing about this particular record is that the homie Millen, man, me and Millen, the last time we collaborated was on his project, Millen and Friends. But the last time we did something for one of my projects was, of course, Your Greatest Weapon, which is from Animal Arithmetic. So yeah, man, always fun working with Millen. Super proud of this record. As I mentioned before, I think I was starting to say there's going to be additional content coming out around this song. Because I actually, my sister came in town the other day, and I had the pleasure of being able to play this song for the first time for my sister. And yeah, man, it was emotional. We were sitting right here in the studio, and I played it for her while my daughter was recording it. And yeah, man, she was really, really blown away by the record. I printed out the lyrics and all of that. She framed it, and yeah, it was it's pretty. It was a special moment. So anyway, I'm gonna play it for you guys. I'm gonna play it for you guys right now. For those of you who haven't heard it, for those of you who have heard the record, hopefully you don't mind hearing it again. You know what I mean? But let's get into it in a second. Hold on. Making sure no additional apps open up and go crazy while we doing this thing right now. Shout out to those of you watching from wherever you watch it. Also, if you haven't mentioned where you're tuning in from, be sure to say, let us know. Hold on, it says, gotta say the production on the single is amazing. Wow. Man, thank you so much, man. That means a lot. The record was produced by me, so I've been doing what I can to, step the production up. Shout out to Tone for doing an amazing job and just making sure, the mixes are well balanced. But also, historically, people haven't done a great job always mixing my voice. A lot of times I'm buried in the music, and that was something that was really important to him. And, finding that balance to let the production shine while also making sure that what I'm doing and what Millen was doing on the track was very clear. So shout out again to Tone for doing an amazing job on the album so far, man. And I'm glad everyone is enjoying the joint. But let's see. This joint is trying to hide from you right now, son. I think I got it here. Hold up. Yes. All right, cool. So yep, there we go. Let's get into it. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again. All right. Let me know how it sounds for y'all. figured out why y'all aren't hearing anything. So just realized when I refreshed it, trying to fix my camera, that it switched which mic I was using. So let's do something right now. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Check. How does my mic sound now? Does it sound nice and crispy? I don't sound so far away, because if it's better now, that means now when I hit play, you should hear tunage. Let's try it now. How much you've grown. I get some thumbs up, some fire emojis if we're good now. Okay, there we go. High five for Jesus. Bam. So proud, look how much you have grown. So proud, look how much you have grown. So proud, look how much you have grown. So proud, keep going. So proud, keep going. Time slipping through our hands like an hourglass as it trickles sand. Struggling to meet all of like the man's. Ain't no guarantee, still make time to plan. Remember our dream, you birth a little stand. Better yet, God gave me 3 of you. Traveling beyond where it all began. Never let the distance get between us two. Grew from a black sheep to a black queen. Black excellence looking good on you. From black dress to the wreck thing. Doing things you were scared you never do. Relate a message like a track team. You reflect who you're attracting. Watch you rise up like Maxine. Stranger things I struggle make a better you. I salute you. You put in work and never put your worth in how another person views you. You put your heart in every work of art and keep your fam a part of what you do. A queen born in Queens like a king's, but in real life, y'all who knew? Glad I shot my shot like doot. Now we paired up like Bluetooth. I'm so amazed at who you are. Shout out to Millen. Daily, wish I had a time machine to show you younger you what you're accomplishing daily. In spite of what the cost is, all your losses, second grandchild, second baby. You grew to be the queen of second chances in advance, and no matter what they see, no buts or no ifs as it may be. Surviving from things that will break me. Went from GED to burning through your 3rd degree. A lot of what I mastered in my own relationship, I learned from watching you and D. Went from drop out to a drop top at the drop dot tomfoolery. Went from no lights that lighten up a path for you and yours quite beautifully. This from you, from me. Some words of affirmation from your baby brother. Thanks for all the inspiration and support when I was fronted on by many others. Many of us don't make it as far as we have, and I cherish the joy that's among us. Every blessing you're getting is well earned. Take a look at that fall that you brung us. You know I love you. I'm so amazed at who you are. Who would have seen us come this far? Yeah. Man. So it has been a day filled with technical difficulties, but at least the payoffs are worth it, right? Man, shout out to y'all. I appreciate all the love. I'm glad y'all are feeling the music, man, feeling the work that I've been putting in on the album. Yeah, man, I'm so proud of this record. Yeah, man, just know that, like, I've been working really hard behind the scenes to bring this record together. And you know, this particular song and everything on Adultish. And yeah, man, I'm proud of what has happened so far with the album is a gross understatement. It's just yeah, it's been a labor of love, and it's been amazing. And the feedback, again, I keep saying it week in and week out, the feedback from everyone who has heard what's been completed so far has been amazing. But yeah, man, thank y'all so much. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Y'all comments, man. Yeah, it means a lot. You know, I wish that song had a longer run. That's always a good thing. It's always better for people to say, man, I wish this song was longer versus, damn, I wish the song was shorter, son. You know what I mean? So the beautiful thing is that's what the replay button for. Wear that track out, please, and thank you, man. Shout out to my wife for inspiring the first verse and just inspiring my life, just me in general. Shout out to her. Shout out to my big sister, Lisa. Fun fact about me, I actually have two sisters named Lisa. For those of you who have never heard this story before, but I have two sisters named Lisa. My father and my mother both had 3 children. They had 3 children before they got together, and each of them had a daughter named Lisa. And so my sister Lisa from my mom's side is who the second verse is about. And so, as I mentioned before, I played it for her the other day, and yeah, man, right here in the studio, and it was just real emotional. It was a beautiful thing. So anyway, I was able to like I said, my daughter recorded it, and you know, after sharing it to with her or whatever, like, I have this video, so I'm gonna edit that video, and hopefully over the weekend y'all will get to see that. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much, man. Reading the comments, I can already tell the album is going to be really good. Thank you, man. That means a lot. But yeah, we're gonna come back to talking about the album in a minute. But right now, we're gonna stop talking about Adultish for 1 second, just to show love to my sister from another mister, Miss Stephanie Gale. Everybody clap it up one time for Steph. She is not here in the chat right now, but man, I wanted to show her love today. I got to shoot her a text and stuff. It's been a crazy morning, but I'm going to shoot her a text / call today to wish her a happy born day. Yeah, man, what can I say about Steph that I haven't already said? I think everyone knows how talented Steph is, but Steph and I's history, for those that don't know, we both went to Suitland High School in Prince George's County, Maryland. We both were in the VPA program, is what they called it at the time. Now it's called the CVPA program, because we're both visual artists. I moved away to go. We knew of each other in high school, but we didn't kick it like that. But yeah, man. But Steph, later on, while I moved away to go to Pratt, she ended up moving to New York as well. But she was based in Manhattan, attending Cooper Union. Now, for those of you who don't know about Pratt Institute and Cooper Union, just to show you what type of artists the high school that we attended was producing, son. So Pratt is considered amongst the top 10 art and design schools in the world, right? And Cooper Union is considered probably like top 3 like art schools in the world. And so these are the 2 schools that we went to, and we would go sometimes. Me and some of the homies from in Brooklyn would go over to go over to Cooper in Manhattan, and they would put on these shows and stuff that we would participate in. And I ran into Steph, and Steph was, you know, singing at these events and was killing it, man. And so we would kick it from time to time, started networking. I had a different crew, well, not a different crew. It's been the fam for a very long minute, but this crew called UV, which y'all hear me shout out and blessing it. And Steph would always come through, kick it with all of us and stuff. And at one point, when it was like turbulent times in our crew, Steph was talking to me about getting down with the label, because we had our own indie label where we were putting out releases. And I told her, I was like, you know, with everything that's been happening, I value our friendship that we've built too much to kind of bring you into this and it suffer because of it. And so I was like, look, I'll help you to the best of my ability. Of course, we're going to keep working, but you don't necessarily have to be with this, with our company at that particular time when we were still trying to resolve all of this stuff in order to get down. So yeah, man. So after that, we just figured out ways to work and stuff. She would come with me, travel out of state to different shows. You know, she'd have a release, I'd feature on that, and then vice versa. And yeah, man, and this has been going on for, I guess, over 20 years at this point, man, or about 20 years, if not over at this point. So shout out to Steph. You know I love you, man, and I'm excited for whatever's next for you, for me, us together, all of that, yo, just infinite love and respect forever, you know what I mean? But shout out to Steph. I appreciate y'all showing the love. And I figured, yo, we're going to take it a step further to celebrate Steph today. What we're going to do, yeah, I hope she makes it in the chat too. But like I said, it's her birthday, so she's probably out and about doing her thizzle. You know what I mean? But what we're going to do, hey, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate the love. What we're going to do right now, though, is go back, way back in time. And I'm going to play a track that for a lot of my fans was the introduction to Steph. So we're going to start with that. And after I play that particular track / video, I'm also going to play my favorite song that Steph has done to date from her solo stuff. So again, right now we're celebrating my sister from another mister, Stephanie Gale. I hope y'all enjoy the video and the song, and y'all might know it. But here we go. Mighty definition, y'all. Sounds so beautiful. Let's do it.
MCs kick rhymes to beats or acapella. Rap artists tagging year round through all weather. Our culture's evolving. What next will it bring? Hip hop is one of my favorite things. DJs, B-boys, and B-girls are so clever. They call it a fad, but we're hip hop forever. And we love our culture, to it we shall cling. Hip hop is one of my favorite things.
Hip hop culture, a wicked life that's preyed on by vultures to fatten up their pockets. Some really thought they stopped it, then called it a fad or to the bad. We get this in our wicked life. Son is a tripper, and you live, beat what I say tonight. Started in the South Bronx, but the brother here's from Berlin. Humble mama sauce and MCs who be shining like Sterling. That's a whole nother song, moving along back to the subject. HIP to the HOP, man, I love it. It consists of 4 elements, some say 5 or more. Didn't know that till now, what the hell you rhyming for? There's breaking and rapping, DJing and grab. I add, don't be boxing, cause I practice that craft like... It's crucial when you spit and rhyme to the cipher with the beat, that's quite useful. But then there was breaking, so you can stop that quite early. Cause I didn't like the idea that dance moves could hurt me. But still find popping and locking to be mad nice. Now all my energy is used only to grab mics and rock on to the dawn of early morning. I still do graffiti, just took my mom's warning and kept it on the paper to avoid central booking. But to hell with jail, I was more scared of butt whoopings. Now I'm a grown man with hip hop, still wake up in me. Love it for life, even if I never see 1 penny.
MCs kick drums to beats or acapella. Rap artists tagging year round through all weather. Our culture's evolving. What next will it bring? Hip hop is one of my favorite things. DJs, B-boys, and B-girls are so clever. They call it a fad, but we're hip hop forever. And we love our culture, to it we shall cling. Hip hop is one of my favorite things.
Ignorant man made a statement that's so wrong when he said rap music was an oxymoron. Most of us don't sing, some curse when they're rapping, and some of us do sample while others utilize scratching. But it's still all music, stop judging and listen. Some of the joints you don't like were the best songs ever written. No genre that was conjured has accomplished what rap has. Filled with brilliant poets who you thought just rap fast, and that's sad. Only heard when using curse words, racial slurs, and calling women out of their name. And they claim that our graffiti is a real art, like they rule the art world. Please tell me, when did this start? Art is opinion, only techniques have guidelines. Smarter than what y'all thinking, I haven't even reached my prime. Don't try to diss breaking, cause I find that quite funny. Peep you in Times Square, giving breakers y'all money, cause you know you love it, from our clothes to our lingo. That's why most trends start with us blacks and Latinos. Don't take that as a diss, cause I'm telling you that it's not. All kinds of people have contributed to hip hop, making my culture more beautiful than it's ever been. Hip hop heads worldwide, from Japanese to Mexican, taking me places I've never been. Peace to the veterans, swear on my life it will never end.
MCs kick rhymes to beats or acapella. Rap artists tagging year round through all weather. Our culture's evolving. What next will it bring? Hip hop is one of my favorite things. Whether I rock mics in the spotlight or remain underground, hip hop will still be my favorite
memories. They always remember you. Man, hey, shout out to Steph once again. Happy born day to Stephanie Gale. So let's talk about that track for a minute, because I saw a couple questions. Shout out to anyone in here that this was your first time hearing it. That's amazing. But yeah, man, that particular so real quick, someone asked, Nice Afro asked, whose room is that? That room with the vinyl on the wall and the graffiti being painted on another wall, that was actually my old studio in Baltimore. In my old house in Baltimore, in the basement, I had a studio on one side, laundry room on another side. And yeah, man, that's where I recorded records like, I want to say, what was recorded there? Most of Home Is Where the Art Is was recorded in that same space. The Jack and Jill Project, Substantial Burns. Yeah, a lot of different joints were recorded there. But shout out to everyone that's in that video. Shout out to Definition, who produced that. I saw someone mention something about the sample. Obviously, if you're familiar with The Sound of Music, it's inspired by the song My Favorite Things there. But there are actually no samples in that. That's all live instrumentation. And that was my man Definition who produced that. And shout out to the other musicians who played on the track as well. Prayers up to the homie Definition. He had heart surgery not too long ago. But yeah, man, shout out to him. Shout out to J Soul, who made a cameo in that. My man Richie made a cameo. The homie Slew. So many different folks, man, that I was tight with when I was still tight with some of these brothers. With so many homies from Baltimore, man, who were in that joint when I was still living up there. All right. Always great to hear this track, man. Thank y'all. That ending is just fantastic. The trumpet, the drums, salute. Yeah, man, they killed it. I had been sitting on that idea for a very long time. Obviously, it's a cover, so it's not like the most original idea. It's not that it's never been done before. But it started as an idea for something. It was just something that my students would perform, and I had produced a basic version of the track many years ago. And it was just something that I wrote the chorus for my students to perform at a thing. And it just caught on so much, and it was so popular amongst the teachers, staff, and different things, and different people and my students. It killed it so much that I was like, man, maybe I should try to do something with it for real. And that's what ended up happening. Hey, Stan, out of curiosity, what was Jen's opinion of this song? It's funny. That's a great question. So rest in peace to Nujabes. Obviously, the anniversary of his passing is coming up this Sunday, which is also the anniversary of the passing of my father-in-law. But yeah, rest in peace to them both. But Jen, obviously, we had split. At that point, I was no longer on Hideout, but we still were in contact. And when I came to Japan on tour, for something else I was working, I had actually played the track for him. And I think this is around the time we had did Hikari, maybe. And he liked it. He definitely liked it, but he was basically like, he wouldn't put it out. He himself wouldn't put it out if I had talked to him about doing anything with it, mainly because of where the original music was from. Is like a very popular song, so he was concerned about that. But again, like I said, we didn't sample anything. We just replayed it and all of that and changed the lyrics, obviously. So yeah, but he dug the joint for sure. Yeah, man. Let's see other comments we got. All in the cool song. Glad you digging the joint. Hey, shout out to DJ Rockman up in here, the homie. You know what I mean? My NPC collective fam in here. You know, I need that song on loop as well. Do it, nephew. Do it. Looks pretty sick, man. Thank you. Glad you were digging the old spot. That particular day when we were filming too, where it was in the evening, in different spots, because I think that was like a 2 or 3 day video shoot. That I had actually gave up chicken about a year and a half before, and we needed chicken wings and mambo sauce for a shot. So please believe, for one night only, your boy came out of retirement. Oh my gosh, slept so good. It was amazing. It was awesome and terrible all at the same time. This is definitely a signature song / video that should be played to represent the forward movement of the evolution of hip hop, no doubt. And on a smaller level, I like to look at that song as a evolution of me, right? As well, because if you look at My Favorite Things, and now you fast forward to You've Grown, which just came out again on all DSPs today. Both of those songs are in a 3-4 time signature. And so if you really want to see my growth as an artist as well, and even Steph's growth too, because I'm about to play this other song from her. Oh my God, like you look at our growth as artists from our writing to what we can do like from the technical side and stuff, like the growth, those two songs, playing those two songs back to back because of the time signature are great examples of how far we've come. So yeah, man, shout out to Steph. Shout out to y'all for showing love. Hey, Q&5 Music in the building. Shout out to Q&5 who also released that particular track. Shout out to my brother Tone. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Let's get into this next track in a sec. Loving the track. And yes, happy birthday, Steph. Absolutely. I have to work in 5 minutes. Early bird. Clap it up for my man Early. Hey, good to see you, bro. We'll talk soon, man. We got more work to do. You was winging it that night, huh? I was definitely winging it. I see what you did there. Let's see what else. Dreaded Stan, like Mugen with the blue pen. You already know. Let's see. Yeah, first time hearing it. Wow, that's what's up. Shout out. We do good work. Yes, we do. So, yeah, man. Yeah, once again, shout out to those of you where it was your first time hearing My Favorite Things. That's amazing. I think that's really awesome that there are still people discovering that song and stuff, and that's amazing to see. But on that note, let's switch it up. We're going to get back to celebrating Steph. So, ladies and gentlemen, this song I'm about to play for y'all, which is my favorite song that Steph has ever made. And I have a lot of favorite Steph songs, but this particular song celebrating her on day is called Vulnerable. When I first heard Vulnerable, yeah, yo, like I remember playing it and just being blown away. Because I would say to Steph sometimes when I heard her very first project, the Sapphic Soul EP, look it up, it's really dope. When I first heard that, it was completely produced by Algorithm, who now goes by Almost. I was like, while it's dope, I was like, yo, you're an amazing singer, and I want to hear you do a ballad. I want to hear you do like stuff like it doesn't always have to have this hip hop influence. I know you work with a ton of rappers, but I want to hear more straight up, just like soul music, R&B, piano ballads. I want to hear Steph do that. You know, hey, real quick pause for the call. Shout out to my man Joshua McGee. Keeping the lights on around here. I appreciate the love. Thank you, sir. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Again, let's go ahead and jump into this song. I'm going to stop talking so much and just play the joint, but we'll talk about the record after. This is Vulnerable from Stephanie Gale. Once again, another joint celebrating my sister from another mister. Here we go.
May know me, but do you really know me? Are you willing to take the time to know who I am? So many layers to uncover. Are you ready to go that deep? See, the ones that truly know me understand the very core of me. I'm a good woman with a good heart, most fail to see. I invite you to take a minute to not use your eyes, but use your heart to see. Don't be afraid, it's okay. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to be scared, to be hurt, to be broken. It's part of the deal when you have a soul. It's time to let it go. It's time to face another day. You may never find the answers to the questions inside you, but perhaps it's better to know you'll be okay. Yeah. Truly hurt me more than you ever know. I never knew pain so real could pierce this deep. To a point where I couldn't move, completely numb to any other feeling. Yeah. Now I hold this burden on me. My friends don't even recognize me. I stare into the mirror and view an empty shell of who I used to be. Pain is in everything I say and do. I wonder if the love I felt will return to me. Hey, hey, hey. But for now I'll be okay. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to be scared, to be hurt, to be broken. It's part of the deal when you ever so. It's time to let it go. It's time to face another day. Hey, you may never find the answers to the questions inside you, but perhaps it's better to know. Be okay. Yeah, yeah. To know that I'm stronger than they say I am. That even in defeat I can take a stand. To recognize that loss can also lead to gain. That the sun can still shine even in the rain. I may be down now, but I'm far from out. Even in the face of despair or even doubt, I just really needed time to figure it out. See the image of the woman that I am now. Oh, 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 oh. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to be scared, to be hurt, to be broken. It's part of the deal when you ever down. Just let it go. Gotta face another day. You may never find the answers to the questions inside you, but perhaps it's better to know. You'll be okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you'll be okay.
Yeah, man. Whew. Oh my God, son. Yeah, clap it up for Steph. I'm over here keeping it together, yo. That is that the whole project's amazing. Shout out to Tone, who I know worked on the project, helped with the mixing and some of the production. Shout out to my wife, who did voiceover work on that particular project. And shout out shout out to her whole crew and stuff, who contributed in different ways from the photography and all of that. I know she did some of the art and design on the project too. Yeah, man. Steph's amazing, yo, and definitely deserves all the flowers. So, you know, if that's your first time hearing it, be sure to hit her up on one of the social media platforms and let her know how y'all felt about the track. Yeah, man. Look, when I was touring with Shingo, definitely I would bring Steph on. Like, and Steph had certain songs of mine that she wanted to do, and I was like, "Hey, man, listen." I was like, "I'm gonna need you to do Vulnerable, son. I'm gonna need you to do that joint." And I know it was so different from my set, but I was like, I need people to know why
like why I run with Steph the way I do, like outside of the amazing friend she's been to me, you know, like this amazing talent that she had. Like she's such a great person, a great human being. And yeah, man, I'm always rooting for her, always celebrating her. And yeah, man, again, happy born day to Steph. You know, we love you. Yeah, man, hoping to link with you soon. Which leads me to a nice little segue. One more time for Steph. We're going to clap it up one more time for Steph. Throw her picture up here, you know what I mean? Us chilling. I think that was, this was in New York, 2020, right as the pandemic was popping off, you know what I mean? But, yeah, that was the last show of that particular tour, before the tour got canceled. But yeah, man, yeah, nephew, that's what's up. I'm glad you enjoyed the joint. Hey, shout out to the Mrs. Robinson. Hey, how you do? I know you in the other room, but hey. Steph is amazing. I agree. That's what's up. All right. So yeah, man, let's get into some other things. So before let's do this. Before I jump into the big thing, the few big things I wanted to talk about today, I wanted to hit y'all with a quick reminder. Yeah, so for those who don't know, if you're in the DMV, be sure to catch me at The Pocket, that's run by Seven Drum Studio. I will be doing a workshop there, music marketing workshop. So definitely come through. It is a free event. If you don't necessarily need this information, be sure to give this information to someone who does, so they can come through and get these free gems. But yeah, man, it's a music marketing workshop. I'll be there for like an hour. Even if you don't necessarily need that information for yourself, if you're somebody who's a fan of mine and never had a chance of meeting me in person and you're in the DMV, be sure to come through. The event is on March 6th. The flyer and more information is in the description of this video. So come through, check it out. It's going to be really good. And it's a cool little venue, man. I'm excited about checking it out. Hopefully I'll do some more work with them in the future. Not just workshops, but possibly performances as well. So stay tuned for that. But now we are going to shift gears, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about some other things. We're going to do some adultish updates. Let me move that bottle of water because I'm going to show you something. For those of you who supported the Kickstarter campaign, thank you very much. Once again, we are still waiting on surveys. We are still waiting on surveys. I've literally been making phone calls and sending DMs, text messaging certain people and emailing people, and I get the same thing. Yeah, nah, man, I got you. And then folks don't do it. So, but for one of the supporters, for the top supporter in the campaign, who put up over $3,000 for the campaign, this is the gift that I have for them. This right here, this vinyl record case, this white vinyl case that has like this little texture to it. You can see close and got the gold buckle and all of that. It's pretty amazing. So, but here's what's really cool. If you haven't seen it already, I customized the top of it with this particular, the pattern that I designed for Adultish. Yeah, man. It just closed. But yeah, I customized the top of the carrying case, the vinyl carrying case, with the pattern from Adultish. And so, yeah, man. So for the person who put up the top amount of money for the campaign, I'm gifting them this. And I also got in. So basically, when they receive all of the stuff from Kickstarter, they're going to receive it in this carrying case. So it's pretty cool, man. Little cool thing. Hold on, couple comments. Hope we moved up another 1% this week at least. Bro, it's such a struggle, man. It's so frustrating. And like I said, and most of the people who haven't done it are people I know, so it's that makes it even more frustrating. But what's going to end up happening is I'm gonna just put in the orders for the clothing and stuff, and hopefully I put in these extra sizes and I get their size. If I don't, that's going to end up being a loss for me because it's going to cost more money to get their shirts done after for the few people who shirts, it costs more money to do the shirts individually than when I do them in bulk. So that definitely sucks. You know what I mean? And they don't realize how they're kind of hurting the process right now. But it is what it is. I'm still grateful of the support. I also got these postcards in. So we're going to be doing the basically the handwritten postcards that will be in your package when the merch comes out. And more exciting than all of that is the fact that I have written and recorded my final verses for Adultish, ladies and gentlemen. So let's clap it up for that one time. You know what I mean? Feels good, son. Feels good. So yeah, man, we are really, 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 really close to being done with the record. Shout out to Tone, again, who's hard at work mixing it. He sent me another mix last night, which sounds amazing. I got to send him some basic notes. But yo, it's fire. Oh my God. The record's coming together. So once that particular song gets mixed, we will be at 40% of the album mixed. And we'll be knocking it out over the next week or so, since everything will be done. But yeah, man, let's check out some of these comments real quick. Whoa, that's got a cost a fortune for real. It wasn't super cheap, but it wasn't as expensive as I thought it might be. That's the yellow cat. Oh man, if you know, you know. That's hilarious. All right. Case was like, nope. Yeah, the case was definitely hating. Wasn't trying to let me show it off. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to Adultish. So yes, I've recorded all my verses for it. The last song I recorded for the project is called Ghost in a Cell. If that sounds familiar, then that means you're probably a fan of anime. And I'm not going to give away too much about what that song is about just yet, but just know that that has been recorded. Now, the other reason why we are here is so I can give you another announcement. Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Kyle. He just got a chance. So shout out to some of you who are watching at different points of the live and stuff. So like some of the comments come in a little later than it was actually showed. But Kyle just saw the Steph's video. But that's what's up, man. Glad you were feeling it. So look, big announcement. Y'all ready? So shout out to all of the players on the album, all the different features, whether it's MCs, vocalists, you know, or producers who like also play live instrument, who contribute behind the scenes, people like Tone, who are mixing and mastering but also plays, so he's been putting little sprinkles on tracks here and there just to break up the monotony on some of the joints, man. And it's been amazing just working on this. But what I'm leading to and kind of just building up the anticipation is hold on, Ghost in a sounds like a classic sci-fi anime reference. Yes, you are correct, sir. So anyway, what I'm leading up to is we just confirmed another feature for the record, multi-instrumentalist, international musician / icon in the jazz hop / lo-fi hip hop world. Also a collaborator with Nujabes, and I've had the pleasure of working with this brother many times and recently confirmed that he's on the record. I've known for quite some time that I wanted him on the record, and been in talks with him about being on the record. And day before yesterday, he actually sent me his contribution to the record. So ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce that we officially have Uyama Hiroto on Adultish. You know what I mean? The record just keeps on getting bigger and bigger, son. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Uyama Hiroto will be on the album. So let's talk about the features / players for the record, right? This is what the list looks like right now. So as of right now, we have my brother Black Root on the record. DJ Hav is doing cuts on the record. Black Root is actually doing some chants and stuff on the hook and does the intro for one of the tracks. DJ RBI is also doing cuts on another track. Javier Starks is on one of the tracks on the album, a posse cut that has another MC on it. That person will be one of the two last people I announce for the record. So we should be finding that out in coming weeks. So Javier Starks, the homie Jonathan Smalls plays on 2 of the tracks on the album, and I should be getting 2 more things that he is, 1 more thing he's playing on. Hey, once again, hey man, listen. Pardon me. I'm saying Jonathan because I was talking about my basis, but Joshua holding it down right now. Thank you so much, Josh, man. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the contribution to the channel. Thanks for keeping the lights on around here. But yeah, man. So again, Jonathan Smalls on the record, playing on 3 tracks on the album. I'll get his final contribution to the album tonight. Marcus D, who also he contributed in 2 different ways. He's playing on the track with Black Root, but he also, he has his Omega Music library, and a lot of times I get access to it before it's made available to the public. And so one of his earlier libraries, I actually pulled a sample from, and I hit him up, let him hear the beat and stuff, and what I did with it, he was excited about it. And that track is You've Grown. So Marcus D has contributed both in playing live keys on one of the tracks on the album, and also by allowing me to sample one of his sample packs for the record. So yeah, man, shout out to Marcus D. Shout out to Malcolm Jackson, who contributed multiple ways. Malcolm is playing, he played live drum set for one particular track that I sampled that and chopped. And then he also is adding live vibraphone to the same track that I'm getting bass for tonight. So I should be getting their pieces tonight. Shout out to Matthew Shell, who allowed me to sample this stuff for a track on the record. Millen, you already heard his contribution. Uyama, who I just announced. T. Lucas, who's on the track with RBI. And the homegirl, Tamara Wellens, who allowed me to sample one of her songs for the record. And so there are 3 contributors. I said 2, but there are technically 3 contributors left. One is another group that I sampled for the record and cleared that sample. That's official, as I mentioned before. I think I mentioned that last week. And then 2 people whose names I haven't announced yet. I'm sure you can figure out one of them because we've been talking about her heavy today. And what album of mine would be complete without Stephanie Gale? So Steph will be joining us too. I just haven't received her contributions and I ain't want to jinx it, but I should have that from her soon. And the last person we'll find out maybe next week, maybe the week after. I'm hoping it's next week because that will mean that they have turned in their stuff. But yeah, man, that is what is happening with Adultish. Big things are going, Let's see. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua McGee is the support MVP individual of the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is true. He has been the MVP for at least a month or 2 straight. So I appreciate all of you, but shout out to Joshua for holding it down. Definitely. Never mandatory, but always appreciated here at the channel. I always appreciate any contributions y'all can make because I haven't been throwing this on the screen. Let me do that. You know what I mean? Put that back up there for y'all. But yeah, man, appreciate the love. Adultish is an all-star team. Man, listen, trying to do it right. Wear that Bop Alloy album. So yeah, we are, funny enough, Marcus Z doesn't know this, but he sent me beats like months ago for the record. And I was in here yesterday chilling with Javier Starks, actually listening to those beats, picking a few beats that I want to use for the next Bop Alloy record, and playing stuff for Javier that maybe him and Marcus will work on. So soon come, you know what I mean? We're definitely planning to record it this year. So don't worry. All right. So I would say 2024, you can expect the Bop Alloy record. All right. Let's see. Don't have Marcus have a song with Shingo. All right. Let's see. Adultish is the dream team with our star player at the center of it. Man, I appreciate that. I'm doing what I can, man. I'm doing what I can. But yeah, man. So that is the goings-ons. Lots happening with the album, man. It's coming along great. Really, really proud of it. I wanted to ask y'all something, right? So I'm thinking about different things and stuff. So some merch that I'm thinking to add to the merchandise, which wasn't offered on Kickstarter. I'm thinking about doing adultish dad hats, like embroidered dad hats that say adultish here with that adultish logo, substantial tag on the back. If that's something you're interested in, or maybe the five panel hats. So 5-panel hat or dad hat, adultish, maybe both. But here's the big merch. I had a conversation with a homie who does 3D printing. He also does different types of embroidery. He does custom sneakers, all of this, right? Like, this is a longtime friend of mine, former producer of mine, too. Shout out to all my multi-talented, multi-hyphenate friends. But anyway, so my man Milio was talking to me about the idea of if I was to do a substantial toy, like what type of toy would I make? And so I'm curious to know, like, I know some of y'all collect pops. I know some of y'all collect different things. But I'm just curious to know what type of, like if I was to do like a toy type of item or a collector's item type of thing, what is something you would like to see? So let me know. I know typically in the Q&A, y'all are asking me questions, but I'm the captain of the ship and I'm asking questions today. You know what I'm saying? So my question for y'all is, what type of toy or collector's item would you like to see me make? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a toy. Is it collector's cards? If it was a toy, is it a Lego? Is it like a pop type of thing? Is it the bobblehead joint that Early gifted me? You know what I mean? Like, what would you like to see if I could make something, if I could 3D print something that y'all could keep, a keepsake of some sort? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's see. Soul Tiger says, probably a Funko or a bobblehead. Word. Okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Joshua says, what is the process of getting your lyrics on Spotify? My daughter is discovering your catalog, but she doesn't know the words. Yeah, so certain songs have the lyrics, others don't. Whatever you don't find on Spotify, sometimes you might be able to find on genius.com. If it's not on either, let me know, because I type up most of my rhymes, so depending on how old the track is, so I can make arrangements to either get it up on Genius or I can submit the lyrics through my distributor and make sure the lyrics get added to the pages just by editing the stuff. So yeah, Joshua, just shoot me an email. Let me know which particular songs. A lot of the lyrics are available on different platforms. If you don't see them at all, then maybe I got to do some digging. But just let me know. All right, appreciate you. Let's see. Honestly, a Funko is good. Kind of the Biggie Funko Pop. Kind of like the Biggie Funko Pop. Good to know. All right, cool. I'll see what I can conjure up. I would love to see an official collab between your company and Takara Tomy. Okay. I'd love to have a substantial Beyblade. Word. Okay. All right, nephew. We'll see what we can do. All right. Twitch showing love. A figure like old school Star Wars or G.I. Joe. You want an action figure substantial with Kung Fu grip, son? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. All right. Definitely keep that in mind. 3D printer records of your... 3D printer records of your biggest hits. Gotta collect them all, put some art on them. Okay, all right. That's not a bad idea. Word. All right, cool. Nah, I'll definitely keep all that in mind. So, all right, so peep. So here's another thing, right? I don't know how many of y'all are into sneakers like that. I am into sneakers. I don't know if I qualify as a full-on sneakerhead, but I do have a lot of sneakers. And I definitely don't spend like, I usually don't, like 200 something is like the cap for me. Like, and even then, that is like few and far between. I almost never spend that much on sneakers. I'm usually somewhere between 50 to 100 guy. And every now and then I'll find something in that 100 to 150 range that I like. And once in a blue moon, I'll see something that's 200 where I'm like, yeah, I got to have those. But the reason why I'm asking, that would be fire. Adultish shoelaces. You know what's funny about, all right, so I'm going to keep this up here and I'm going to come back to that. That is a great idea. One. Two, my wife actually used to make shoelaces. So that's very doable. I actually have custom made adultish fabric already with the pattern that was designed by me and Ryan. So, yeah, that could definitely be done. So yeah, man, I will see what's up with getting the adultish shoelaces. But the reason why I bring all this up is because I recently just ordered some custom adultish Vans, right? And so the Vans, they're the high top joints, the high skate joints, and they look fire. I'm gonna see what they look like in person. The thing is, they do embroidery as well, but it's like generic type, and I wanted to basically have the logo, my substantial logo on it, and so I'm gonna look into the possibility of getting those done. The reason why I'm bringing this to y'all is I'm just curious how many of y'all are in the sneakers like that. How many of y'all are in the Vans specifically? Because I own more. Man, listen, I got more Vans than a moving company, son. I got a lot of damn Vans. I wear a lot of Vans. I wear a lot of Pumas. Outside of those, Vans and Pumas are the ones I probably got the most. But like I like Dunks, like Nike Dunks. I probably got a few of those too. And New Balance. I'm a PG guy, so yeah, I got some New Balance too. But Vans, in terms of the custom joints, I really like how those look. So yeah, man, I'm considering making the custom Van that I got. I'm considering making that available to y'all. Like basically having them custom, like using the background to allow y'all to order it through like my website of Bandcamp, and then I customize it with me and the plug, my connect up in Connecticut, and make that available for y'all. But obviously, if I'm doing that, it's not going to be cheap. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect everybody to want to do this. But yeah, let's build on it. Let's see. Hey, thank you, Indra. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying the new song. Maybe I'll play it on the way out one more time. Adultish placemats for card games, huh? Yeah, that's fire too. Okay, all right. Appreciate the idea. The laces idea is genius. I agree. Look, I see my wife mind working. That's what's up. Listen. If we get the laces done, that's who's making them right there, because she's made laces before. For those who don't know, my wife is a fashion designer as well. Let's get it going. As your fun man, let's work. My man, hey Josh, we're gonna have some business meeting, brothers. You over here, you investing. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Definitely want to do something extra for you, bro. You know what? Hey Josh, hit me offline, man. We'll talk about the lyrics thing. But man, I'm gonna see what I can do for you, man. I definitely feel like I should do something nice for you, and I'm gonna try to throw something extra in your Kickstarter contribution. Just pictured a possible future song. Now Vans will make them. All right, let's see. Air Max, man, myself. Yeah, man, I love Air Max too. I haven't had a pair of Air Max in a minute. It's been a minute since I had some, but I had two different pair that I love. The soles don't hold up good in terms of like when you get the white or the cream colored joints, like they get beat to hell, and that's the only thing I don't like about certain versions of the Air Max. But other than that, I love them. I've never owned a pair of Vans, but I might rock some like that. Word. Okay. Yeah, man. Maybe next week I'll show y'all what the customized image look like. See if y'all are digging it, and then let me know. How much do you reckon them Vans will cost? Thank you for asking. So, let's see. To get them customized for me to, so I know like for me to put the pattern on it is about $120, right? But then the thing is, like after I get them, if I'm customizing them with my logo as well, that's gonna cost me additional money because I have to send it to the person. When they're made, I have to have them sent to my person who would do the embroidery, and then have them send it either to me or have them sent directly to y'all. So there would be additional cost or whatever for shipping, which is crazy because it's free to get it shipped from Vans, but once I have to ship it to my connect to do the thing, there's going to be some additional cost for that because I got to pay them to do the thing. And I'm supposed to meet with them on Monday to figure out how much that's going to cost. So once I know that, and then get a rough idea how much it'll cost to, on average to ship a box of that size, I'll be able to let y'all know. I might have to put an additional, I don't even want to say a number. So let me not say anything until I talk to them. So I got my meeting on Monday. Next Friday, we'll talk about it on Substantial Weekly. All right. So make sure you tune in next week. Hopefully I have an answer for you. All right. Never owned Vans. Definitely a Puma guy. Word. Same. I mean, Not the same in the. I'm a Puma guy too. Like, but yeah, man, I probably get more Vans more than anything. Fun fact: I used to be sponsored is the wrong word because I didn't have like like some legal agreement saying that I was sponsored by them. But I did. There was a person on staff who was a fan of mine, and literally every time I would do shows and stuff like that, I would get gifted Vans from directly from the company. They'd gift me different joints. So that's part of the reason why you probably seen me with so many Vans over the years. That doesn't happen anymore, but it used to happen a lot. The Vans on all black with the shirt to match. Come on, yeah, that shit would be hard body karate, fam. That shit would be hard. Word. All right. Stan, hope you listening to your fun, man. I am, fam. Listen, hey, me and Joshua, man, we're going to have to hop on a Zoom or something, son. You know what I mean? Have someone tallying notes. Definitely. All right. I already know they fit to be fired. Yeah, no, they definitely. I sent it to my homie, my man. Shout out to Sherm the barber because he's like the sneaker / fashion guy amongst my male friends, and I also sent them to my homie who owns his own customs company and has been customizing sneakers for years. He's actually respected amongst some of the biggest sneaker customs guys in the business, and he was impressed by what they look like too. So that's a good sign. Two of the biggest sneakerheads I know have already stamped like what the Vans look like. But I could look at doing other sneakers too. But I'm a Vans guy, so that's where I'm leaning. All right. When will you drop a song with Sice Star? So me and Sice have done a lot of different joints. I haven't really been in touch with him. I don't think we've talked via email a few times throughout the pandemic, but we haven't talked on the phone since. Like maybe it's been a couple years. So I got to catch up with him. And I typically, am doing stuff musically with people I'm in contact with the most. So no love lost, man. Listen, that's my brother from another mother. I definitely rock with Sice. Maybe we'll get him on the next Bop Alloy joint. I'll talk to Marcus. I'm sure Marcus will be with it. It's just a matter of whether or not Sice will be available. But come on, fam. That's the homie. So definitely we'll keep you posted, but not a bad idea. All right. Man, laptop ready to work. That's what's up. Yeah, let's build soon, brother. All right, Adultish Vans with a Say Less shirt and hoodie. Also hard. That would also be hard. Yeah, man. I might mess around. Ooh, you know what I might do too? Just the I'll take the colorway that I created for Adultish and revamp some of the older merch. Like the Say Less shirts, like the maybe the dedicated and driven merch, some of that old stuff, just so it can coordinate with some of the newer merch. You know what I mean? Like we'll do that for the spring, have a revamp of all the old merch, but with the Adultish colorway. I think that'd be kind of dope. But yeah, man, I've been doing what I can to step the merch up so it doesn't just feel like straight merch. It damn near feels like a fashion line. So that way y'all can feel like y'all can rock this shit more than just like the way that Adultish shirt the way it looks with that logo like real small in the corners, like at the bottom. So that way it's like you don't necessarily look like you're rocking a graphic tee. It almost feels like you're rocking some just a really dope pattern. You know what I mean? Almost like an African print type of thing. And it's bright pops and all of that. And, man, and even how I'm doing the snapback came out pretty dope. They already have done, like, the bottom lid or whatever has the Adultish pattern. So I been in constant contact with the manufacturer. We had to resolve an issue for this part. So we're doing something similar to the Bop Alloy hat where there's, like, a patch with, like, a marrowed, like, boning around it that has the Adultish logo on it instead of just having it stitched into the hat. Because when they stitched it into the hat, because of how the logo is, it wouldn't allow them to do the 3D design. It didn't look good. And then when they did the flat joint, it looked okay, but it didn't necessarily pop the way I wanted it to. So that's why we switched over to the marrowed joint with the boning for Adultish. So I'll have samples of that for you to see really soon. All right. Dirty Sneakers, Adultish. Ooh, that shit would be hard. Damn, son. Hey, Joshua, man. Come on, Josh. Clap it up for Joshua, man. That's hard. That's hard. Adultish coffee mugs, thermos. Word. Definitely, I'm on it. Is the black and orange sub hoodie making a comeback? Mine's is old. Word. Hey, so that particular style of hoodie, I'm using a different company now, so I don't know if they do it like that no more. But I can figure out. What we're gonna do. Let's see. Ad says, will we see a 2023 comeback? I mean, I don't necessarily fully understand the question. I'm wondering if you're asking, am I making a comeback, like new stuff coming from me? Because if that's what you're asking, then yes. And I don't know if I could call it a comeback. I've been here, it's a little transitioning. It's simply because, like, you know, it's important to understand that, like, if you feel like I've been in hiding or something like that, it might be because I'm never really in hiding. It's really like, if you're a person that's actively checking my social media, websites, whatever, like, fam, I do this weekly. So you'll see how much stuff I'm actually putting out. I've actually put out far more stuff in the latter part of my career than I did in the beginning. The biggest difference is the stuff I put out now, I get next to no coverage in terms of press, right? Like, I get some coverage, but it's not a lot. So if you rely on certain platforms and stuff to kind of know what's going on with me, it'll look like I'm not active. But I'm actually far more active now than I once was. And the funny thing is, even though I don't get as much press, everything I put out actually does way more numbers than what I used to do earlier in my career. So at least from the streaming side of things, physical copies is a bit different because, you know, like with the physical stuff, even though sales are up to a certain extent, they are still selling less than things sold in the beginning of my career. So, yeah, which is crazy because I'm like, it's like I have a bigger fan base now than I did when I started out. But because of a lot of different things, like just folks don't always know what's going on with me. But again, turn on your notifications and trust and believe I'm far more active than I think most people who just kind of randomly check in to see what I got going on will realize. A fan hit me up today and was like, yo, what's up with your next record? And they weren't saying it like they've been following like what's been happening with Adultish. They were implying like when I talked to them more, they were implying like, you know, yeah, it's been a while since you dropped the album. When you dropped it, I was like, fam, I dropped the album last year. You know what I'm saying? And then a proper solo album I dropped in 2017, but in between that, I've dropped two instrumental albums that were physically pressed, and a third, if you include that. I've produced EPs for other people. I've put out EPs myself, so I've been busy. You know what I mean, lots going on. So no worries, man. 2023 will be filled with more music. All right. Is it just me, or does Joshua seem like they'd be one hell of a salesman? Joshua on it, man. You know what I mean? I need to make that guy an employee. Right, put him on the team, son. Stan, hope you and Joshua get that Zoom call with these merch ideas. Nah, absolutely. We definitely gonna chop it up, man. Q&5. Yo, big fan. When are you gonna release new music? Love your stuff with Nugent Best, bro. Stop playing, Tone. Oh, man. I used to freestyle to your songs in college. Oh, word? Yo, I love you, son. All right, just honestly, coverage gotta be on us a little to get the new ish out there. No doubt, I appreciate that. With sharing of the vids, music, YouTube, Spotify, Bandcamp, no matter how small we may think it. Yo, hey, Josh, listen, let me tell y'all something. So here's a couple things, right? I'm gonna give y'all some insider info. This I'm gonna put on, and if you hear like rumblings in the back, it's my stomach's, which means I need to wrap up. So here's some insider information for you, right? We're gonna focus on Spotify for a second. So with Spotify, the likelihood of making a song pop more, like when you think about something like Discover Weekly, I know for those of you who use it, y'all discover a lot of hip hop that maybe you either forgot about or didn't know existed because of Discover Weekly. That is heavily influenced by a couple different things. Number one, the people who do know about your song, regardless of how few they are, how much are they listening to the song, makes a difference. Are they skipping the song when it comes on? Makes a difference. Are they saving the song to their library when they hear it or they find it or they play it? That makes a difference. Are they sharing the song? Spotify's keeping track of all of this. And then based on how it's performing with the people who do know it exists, it determines how far they're going to help it. That determines how the algorithm is going to help it reach even more people. But the thing is, the people who know, this is why I concentrate so heavily for those who don't realize what I do. I mean, number one, it's because I have genuine love for y'all because y'all show me so much love. And it's only right to show love to those who give love to you, especially when you don't have to. So I greatly appreciate it. But it's also because there's certain artists that I watch, they're so actively trying to get new fans that they forget to take care of the ones they already got. And me, I'm very much, and it's one of the criticisms I get from other people in the biz who know me behind the scenes. They be like, dog, it's like when I check out your stuff, it seems like you only really give about the people who know what's up. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how is that bad? That's just like saying, yo, what's wrong with you, son? You only take care of your family. I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So yeah, man, y'all, as far as I'm concerned, y'all family. Y'all know what's up. You know what I mean? Y'all real ones. So I give y'all my time. I focus my energy there because I know that if y'all are actively engaging with the stuff I do, it can help me it indirectly and directly helps me create other opportunities. So again, between building with people who work on the inside at Spotify and some research I've done outside of that, and then also working directly with people at YouTube. So talking to staff there and all, trust, I know how these things work. And it's been explained to me like far more times than you all realize. And so I understand the importance of engaging with y'all. And if y'all just do these basic things, like I know a ton of people, watch these videos. But like something as simple as liking these videos, it helps the algorithm. It makes it more, I would have more people watching consistently, right? Something as simple as just sharing it. You know what I mean? Like if you share it to Facebook, it doesn't matter if a ton of the people on your Facebook page or a ton of the people on YouTube or Twitter, wherever you share it, it doesn't matter if they watch it or click it or anything, like, because keep in mind, it'll just make it pop up in your timeline. And so just people, those impressions, because impressions are just people seeing it, even if they're scrolling past it, those things, all of that information is calculated. And if it's being seen that way, it's going to increase the visibility. And God forbid if something send a prayer up. If someone, when you share it, does click on it, fam, all of that stuff, it builds momentum. It makes things more active. The reason why BTS and some of these joints and people were like, yo, I don't get why there's such a big deal. I'm like, fam, if you look how their fans act, their fans are ravenous, son. Like any content that pops up related to that group, their fans globally go to work. Like, and it's crazy because I don't expect any of y'all to go that hard. You know what I mean? I'm just, it is what it is. Like, listen, most of us, we adults, we grown ass people, we got lives. It's like you ain't really got that much time to be investing in an artist like that unless they're really, really impacting your life. And so to those of you who feel like what I do is impacting you in that way, I'm just giving you this information because if you got the time to take those extra little steps, fam, it goes way further than I think most of y'all realize. And this is, and I'm telling you this because I know. I'm not telling you what I believe because believing and knowing is two different things, right? I'm telling you what I know based on the research, but also based on the people I've worked with behind the scenes at these major companies. And so it definitely makes a difference. So, whenever y'all can do it, you be surprised, man. Something as simple as like when I share something on Instagram, if you know a couple of people who are fans of mine, but you don't really see them popping up like a lot of the places when I'm posting this about this stuff, tag them in those posts, like in the comment, just tag them. You know what I mean? It makes a difference. Or share it directly with them. You know what I mean? Share it to your stories. A lot of you already do this already. It makes a huge difference. And, yeah, man, and just know that I'm gonna stay active. I'm gonna keep doing what I do as long as, you know, God willing. I'm gonna do this as long as I can because I still love it and I still enjoy it, and I got some of the best fans in the world, and I appreciate y'all. But yeah, man. Anyway, me stop waxing poetic. And hey, Soul Tiger, man, thank you so much, fam. I appreciate you, brother. All right, thank you for contributing, man. Great insider info, man. Do what I can. Hey, Warpath, take care. I probably missed you already. At least 10 likes and a share on these posts would be crazy. Yo, you be surprised, man. It goes a long way. And the funny thing is, views with YouTube, views matter far less than what people think. Like, you know, I see people comment all the time, oh, damn, man, it only has this many views. There are videos that have 10 times, 20 times, sometimes 100 more views than my videos. But in terms of likes, they don't even have as many likes as I have. And it's partly because people are paying to boost the views. And they don't necessarily know. So, like, my goal isn't necessarily to get more views. My goal is to create engagement, get people engaging with the content. So the way the chat works here, the way, outside of the chat, like that like ratio, you know, people being able to donate to the channel when they can, all of that stuff makes a huge difference. And here's the thing. When y'all see me get these bigger opportunities, a lot of times when certain companies swoop in and be like Substantial, like Ford Motors is like, hey, we want to do a thing with you. It's partly because they're not just looking at how many followers I have. They're looking at the engagement. When I went to Uganda and I was with the director of Words, Beats, and Life, you know, this is what he talked to me about. He was like, fan, nah, you got real fans. They look, they see if people are engaging with my content, not necessarily how many followers I have. They look at the fact that, yo, the fans, you guys, are actively engaging with me. And that's why a lot of times sponsors, other companies and stuff will come along and they'll sometimes work with a quote unquote smaller artist like me. And it's because unlike some of these bigger artists who quote unquote have their numbers on the surface, they don't engage their audience. Like, y'all will tweet to them, y'all will post about their stuff, y'all will talk about, yo, album of the year. And there's a ton of people who y'all rock with, who y'all have talked about that shit. They haven't interacted with y'all once. If everyone here took time to think about an artist that you've reached out directly to, and some of them aren't that much bigger than me, fam, but there's a ton of artists like that where they don't interact with their fans at all. But because of this interaction that I've created based on what other companies have told me, it increases the engagement and people root for you more. They're willing to support in other ways, more outside of the box ways. And I'm eternally grateful for it, man. And I'm not just doing it simply because I know how the business works. I do it because I genuinely enjoy spending this time with y'all. And I appreciate the fact that, yo, I know y'all could be out here spending your time differently. And but the fact that y'all choose to spend it with me and y'all give me space to be my authentic self and don't put expectations on me to be anything other than Stan or Substantial. So I think that's a great way to wrap it. But thank y'all, man. I appreciate the love and support. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Soul Tiger, man, once again, thank you, brother. You know, but shout out to everyone in the chat. Y'all take care, man. Warpath, thanks again, brother. Joshua, hit me up, man. Let's chat. I'll try to get back to you over the weekend. The weekend's a little bit crazy, but I will definitely get back to you and we can talk some more for sure. All right. I'm gonna go have lunch before my stomach drops kick me. It's gonna drop kick me. I don't even know how that's possible, but it's gonna try because the joint is definitely doing the most. All right. Hey, all right, nephew. Hope to talk to you soon, man. Send my love to the family. All right. Tell your pops I said peace. And your mama. I'm probably gonna hit her up soon. Hey, hold up. Clap it up for Houston up here. My man Zach. We do not see Zach in the chat often, so I'm eternally grateful, man. Shout out to Zach, man. Longtime supporter. Back the Kickstarter campaign. He's been backing the Kickstarter campaigns for a very long time and was one of the biggest backers back in the day. So I know not everybody here knows Houston because he don't always pop up, but Houston's an OG Substantial / Q&5 supporter. And got nothing but love for him, man. Good to see you up in here, brother. All right. Let's see. Hey, wow. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Orion, good to see you up here. Oh, brother. we got a song to finish. Apologies, man. I know you're waiting for me to use the joint you sent to update it. But I'll get on that this weekend too. The to-do list keeps getting bigger. All right, brothers. Family. Love y'all, man. Hey, shout out to Steph. Again, happy birthday to you. I hope you get to watch this later. Regardless, I'm going to hit you up via text. Love you much. Y'all be good, man. Have a great weekend. Peace, y'all.